All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I am Stable Loop. We've had a little bit of a rebrand, so same streamer that I've always been, but new name and a little more focused than previous attempts. And today, we're going to be making a new world. The very beginnings of a self-sustaining Minecraft world. Now, this is going to be a long-term project, guys. Something that I want to have kind of grow as we continue to work on it week after week. We'll add new builds, new systems, just kind of get everything to feed one thing into another. You know how the Minecraft tech tree works. Everything is needed for something else, so that's kind of the long-term plan. I don't want to rattle on about all of that too much. Really just want to get started here. So we have our creator world up. I'm doing some hand motions like you can see me. I could not get the face cam working, so that'll be something to add later on maybe. But no face cam today. Probably for the best. You don't need to see all of this. But yeah, so let's get started. Difficulty, we're definitely going hard. That's just where I like to play. It affects the mob spawning rates for some of your farms and stuff, so that's where I need to be. If you guys are playing along at home, of course, don't feel the need to do all that, but allow commands is obviously off. We won't be doing any of that, and go old-fashioned survival mode. What? The thing we really need here is a world name. But maybe we'll circle back to that. Let's take a look at some of the more specifics here. World type is default, 100%. This will be the first world that I'm generating in 1.21, so that'll be interesting. I'm not used to having some of the new stuff as close by, potentially, as it might be in this one. For the seed, we're just going to leave it random. Yeah, we're just going to leave it random. Generated structures on, bonus chest off. The good, old, classic Minecraft start. Let's look. No data packs, no experiments today. And let's take a look at game rules. Honestly, I think we might just leave all of this default. Yeah, we'll just leave all this default, honestly. So if you're setting up a world, you can kind of pause and copy all that down. But for right now, let's get into this world naming. This is really the hard part, you know? Trying to figure out what the heck do you call this new world that you're creating. It's gotta be something that, like, really captures what you want it to be, even if it's not starting out there. We're kind of going for like a solarpunk style, trying to treat our villagers better than some people do. Trying to create like a very good, positive world. And you know, my first thought, Woodlandia, but I don't think that doesn't feel right. So we won't do that one. What to do? Oh, thank you. It's a little on the nose, though. And you don't want to do anything like city or town or ville, because like you're sort of like naming a planet. So it kind of has to encompass all of those things. Yeah, it's tough, guys. It's real tough. Okay. I don't know why, but this one just came to me. Esper. I don't know. I think it's a little too detached from what we're doing. Let's see here. It makes me think of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Real Civil Engineer. He's one of the YouTubers that I watch. He usually goes with Engitopia, which is pretty funny. So we're not going to do that, obviously, because that's his thing. But yeah, it just kind of makes me think of that. Hmm. What about Viridia? It has that like verdant green space feel, but it's not like it has the idea for like the whole planetary concept. I think I like it. And with our whole comment section agreeing, apparently just one person. She happens to be my wife, so she might be a little biased, but that's okay. We're gonna go with that. Let's create our new world. So now, as this generates some terrain for us, obviously task number 1 is survival. Oh, okay. So we are starting in a birch forest next to a lava pool, which is quickly going to burn down everything. Alright, so we're gonna do that. Okay, no, we're gonna do some firefighting right off the bat. Okay. Let's take out this tree. It's a little close to the lava pool, I think. And we need the materials anyway. Oh my gosh. And it's already burning. Way up top. Great. I can't reach that, so we're just gonna gather as much as we can. Oh, what a start. What a start. That is just not what you want. I did kind of want to start in a forest and like build in a forest, so this is kind of ideal for that, but yeah, burning down said forest day 1 was not exactly the plan. So, put our junior firefighter skills to work here and see if we can't stop this before it spreads. Alright. Burn. I'd like to use these. There we go. Okay, so, not exactly intentionally, but we did manage to get ourselves started with some wood here. We are in a birch forest. This okay. Very cave, that's our leader. And so let's go ahead and turn this into planks, the crafting bench. Alright. That officially marks where we started. So that's a good little marker for us. But we want to take a look around. So let's spread it out a little bit here. See exactly how far this... Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be firefighting like the whole first hour of this probably. Goodness. Come on. Alright, let's take this tree out. It's too close to the lava. Wait. Alright, so great things about having lava right there. A lot of builds will use it for one purpose or another. So having instant access to it is awesome. Okay. I think we got it. Honestly, alright, so we're gonna make ourselves a little bit of wood here. And we're gonna grab a couple sticks. And we're gonna make ourselves a wood pickaxe. Typically, this is the only wood tool that I will make, and I will do everything else out of stone. And I will use it until I don't have any durability left on it, typically. Maybe in this case I'll save it for like a museum item or something. Literally the first tool in the world, so... Yeah, we'll try not to get too close to the lava here. Probably take this one out. Drop our dirt block there to replace it. Yeah, that's good. Now, make ourselves a stone pickaxe. Some more sticks. Alright, one axe. We're also one shovel. Definitely want a stone sword. And that should get us started for now. And we're gonna want somewhere to live. There's a cow over there. Or right, I guess. We're gonna make ourselves a hut of sorts over here in the clearing. This is not gonna be fancy, like at all. Okay, we want door. It's going to give us 3, which I don't need. And we're going to want some fence posts. And I do want 3 of those. That's perfect. Gives me a little bit of visibility. And do a little trick here. Not where I wanted that. Let's try it here. Perfect. Okay, so that's just a little hard mode trick that you can do to keep zombies out of your place. Grab some slabs here. So, the zombie code. How many more do I need? 3, 4, 7? So I'll have to make like 9, I guess. Okay, we'll make 12. Okay, so first house, like I said, not fancy, not at all. We are going to make ourselves an additional crafting bench. The first one just marks out where we started, but it's nice to have one actually inside. And we're going to make ourselves a furnace with some of the cobblestone we have. Like our flour, that's great. I can do a barrel, but I don't remember the recipe. So I need a little more this. Okay, so now we'll have storage for things like silvers and flowers that we don't need to carry with us. Is it legitimately already getting late? Oh my goodness. Okay, so... And these Minecraft days, they go fast. Let's get the torches going here. There's this. Okay, and I apologize, guys. I haven't really been saying why I'm doing any of this, just because of the pace. But we'll go back and explain. I don't have a bed yet, so there will be plenty of time to talk through everything once night hits. Okay. So obviously we have these here. And I'm trying to get some torches on the back here. Or on that. Okay. I know we're a little bit lit up around the house, which helps prevent things from spawning right on top of us. Not that they would anyway, because obviously we have, I think it's like a 24 block radius around the player where hostile mobs won't spawn. But yeah, so first day, you know, the usual routine. You grab some wood, some stone if you can get it, make your initial furniture, crafting table, furnace, storage of some sort. I did barrel in this case because, like, this is super duper temporary. I do not plan to be in this for very long at all. But it helps us survive the night without, like, digging a hole in the ground, which is less than preferable. I'm not used to the leaves falling from the trees. It's cool. I do like the effect. But yeah, sometimes you think something's there and it's not. I would also have preferred an oak door, maybe, so I could see through it. But you know, birch is what we got, so birch it is. Can't tell if that's a creeper. Kind of looks like one. That way. Or it could just be a tree with grass around it. Okay. We marked our starting spot just, you know, for history's sake. We'll be able to find that and know exactly the block on which we started. So that's always a cool thing. And obviously we did a little bit of firefighting because I don't want the whole forest to burn down. The aesthetic of the forest. And if you leave that stuff unchecked, it's definitely going to burn. Which is not ideal. Now that we have this bit set up here, actually, like a hoe, I'm thinking about it. There for now. We need to get some food going. I'm thinking we'll just start with wheat, although there's water out here. We might be able to source some kelp, which could be a pretty early ore. It's food source and fuel source. If we could start farming that early on. So that's always a possibility. I did see sheep wandering around, so we will try to get a bed come tomorrow, so that we don't have to wait out the nights like this. But for tonight, we are just tucked in safe and sound playing the waiting game. The classic Minecraft experience, as it were. But yeah, so tomorrow, agenda. Bed. It's probably number one. And some sort of food source. Some sort of sustainable food source while we look around. And my thinking is probably, since we don't have a way to move around water yet, probably wheat. Although we're gonna have to go to the water's edge for that anyway, since we can't move water. Yeah, and then we're definitely cutting down more trees. So, bed, number one. We'll just punch as much grass as we see as we explore. Get some wheat seeds. Number two, and cut down some more trees. Number three, so we've got some materials to work with. And a little bit of space to work. I think that's solid and attainable for the 10-minute Minecraft days. Definitely a spider over there. Little eyes. Or I could, he moved. So far, so good, as far as them not, like, went right up to the shelter. There's another spider there. Once daylight hits, they shouldn't be a big deal. There's a skelly. Right in there. I don't have a shield yet. Skellies are the problem. Yeah, when you don't have armor and you don't have a shield, they hurt. So yeah, we'll try to survive all of that. And the thing about forests is it gives them a way to survive even during the day. They don't burn. Whereas in like a desert or a plain, they would. Not seeing any of the new mobs yet. The mounted stuff, which is okay. I'm ready for all that. I actually haven't encountered any of that in any of my playthroughs, like even some of my older worlds as of yet, so definitely got that coming up. That I'm looking forward to. Got the extra wood there. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to make right now. Got a shovel, we got pickaxes, we got the sword. Oh, we got an axe. Extra axe wouldn't hurt, but I only have the one cobble. We need to get more cobble before this runs out of durability. Otherwise I have to make another wood tool, which I don't want to do. So let's go ahead and actually move this into here. Put down here. So that's a museum piece for us. Alright, come on, son. Let's see which way we're actually facing. So this is north. Where's the water is actually north. Okay. And then towards the woods is south. That's opposite what I thought it would be. But that's okay. So that's north, and east is over this way. Yeah, here it comes. Sunlight. Let's see what I can see through my little windows here. Yeah, if you didn't know... Oh, I never explained the door thing. I'm so sorry. So, if you place the door sideways, when you go to close it, the game code reads it as open instead of closed, but it still acts as a physical barrier. And if you're playing in hard mode, normally zombies can break through wooden doors that are closed by kind of like standing next to them for long enough. But if you do this trick, it's reading as open, and that code doesn't apply. So they could stand there all night, and it will never do a single bit of damage to your door. They will never break through. So if you need to zombie-proof your house, that's one way that you can do it. Okay. That's sunlight enough for me, personally. Now we're ready. Alright, keep an eye out. That appears to be a really... Oh, jeez. That's... that's what I was looking for. And, yep, this is why I need a shield. Oh, man. Oh, I hate that. We did get some wheat seeds out of it, though, so I guess there's that. Creepers, man. This is like one of the worst. One of the worst. I was trying to get enough dirt to actually repair this. I mean, like, honestly, what do they care? If they blow up the well, they're not going to be in it that long. Okay, so that looks like maybe nothing happened today, so that's good. Get down the rest of this tree here. Alright, so now, looking for sheep. I know I saw him. There's a cow. She was over here. Last I saw. There it is. Any friends? At least one. One wool. Picking over here too. Alright, 2 wool. I love the fallen log thing. It's such a cool touch that they've added to these forests. It's a brown sheep. Can't use a brown sheep. There's a white. And there's 3. Cool. So let's go make our bed. Literally make our bed. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't see that. Okay, there we go. Part of my wall was missing. I didn't even notice. Okay, good. Alright, so. Boom. Bed acquired. That's mission successful right there. We also managed to get a temporary food source, which we can cook up some of that in a bit. There we go. Alright. Taking down some trees, those near the house. So, if any skeletons spawn at night, at least they'll be a little further away. Hopefully, well, we have the bed now, so shouldn't be waiting out too many more nights, honestly. So that's always good. Nevertheless, it was nice to have a little room to work with here. There's a bee. Where'd you come from? Over here, it looks like. Yep, there's a bee nest. Can't do much with it at the moment. Let's go in here. Pop these in. Half a stack in there. Look at that. Good. Now, get some more wheat if we can. Ooh. There's kelp out there. Not sure how many I want to start with. Let's clear out the ones near the lava. Seems like a good choice. We're actually going to take those. Fill in some obvious gaps. Okay, we've got some 2 tall flowers over here. These bushes, I think. Those will be useful for dyes and stuff later. Oh, we got ourselves a cave, so if we want more stone, we've got plenty to work with. Right, this waterfall down. We want torches before we go in there. Copper ore. Maybe some iron right there. Be great, because you really only need 1 piece for shields, and then you're literally just 100 times better off than when you have nothing. So my goal in this whole thing is to try and be sustainable. Obviously, I'm not gonna like replant every single tree that I cut down because that would be crazy. But I do want to do things in ways that like don't absolutely wreck the entire environment. I also want to try to preserve things that are non-renewable resources in the game. So, for instance, like iron ingots, you can get infinitely with an iron farm. But iron ore is a non-renewable resource. There's a lot of it, so it's not like it isn't plentiful. But technically, it is non-renewable because there's no way to get an infinite amount of it. At least not presently in the game, except in the sense that, you know, it's a quote-unquote infinite world. And as such, you can just keep mining further and further out and I guess get an infinite amount that way, technically. But for those of you who've been to the ends of the Minecraft world, you know there's a practical limit to that. You can really only go so far out before you start getting some serious glitches and just weird behavior from the game. Salmon out there too. Could just go swim and get myself some salmon. Definitely going to go a lot faster than wheat. And it's going to be more, like I want one more, okay. So we will plant those in a minute. But I kind of convinced myself. Alright, we're getting low in the sky as far as the sunlight. Back to the house. Do a little sleep. Maybe make ourselves a campfire. Or some fuel-less cooking. That would be handy. Interesting. Okay, respawn point set, but we're waiting for full night. What all do we need for this? Charcoal. 3 logs. 6. Okay, so that's tomorrow thing. Because we're gonna need some more trees. I'll chop down if we want that. Ooh. Not this time, buddy. Come on. I see your friend over there too. Alright, so this is a technique you can use day one if you need to. If you sprint at the creeper and hit it with your sword, it will throw it back far enough that if you back away at the same time, you can prevent it from exploding. And then they're pretty easy to handle like that. Stone sword, it's going to take 4 hits. So if you don't have a lot of saturation left, maybe just hide. But yeah, otherwise, it's a good way to get rid of them. Alright, so I'm just clearing out the leaves Trying to make them, because they'll decay slow, and I don't want to miss anything drops wise. So let's see about making this campfire now. Nope. It helps if I can spell. There we go. So I need one piece of charcoal, and then I've got the sticks and the logs. So toss this here. Grab this. Actually put it there for now. You can store. Sure. Got it. And I've looked at it enough times. I can probably just do this. Yep. Got it. Alright. And now, grab our salmon. Ow. Yep, forgot that those, that'll hurt a little bit. Alright, and that hides our spawn spot. And actually gives us a little bit of a beacon for, getting home. Alright, good. Got some cooked salmon. That will pop off here in a minute. And then we'll go ahead and plant our 16 seeds. Come on. Do it. Oh, got it. I'm figuring we'll plant back here. This needs a little bit more tree removal. A-okay with me. Need the wood anyway. All of these leaves should clear out pretty quick, but we'll give them a helping hand. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to search a little bit to find a an ideal biome to set up in, but anyway, here we spawned right where we wanted to spawn, so that's awesome. Love for that. Alright, so most of what we're trying to do here is gather saplings. It does not hurt to also get the sticks from this. Sticks have like 1,000 uses, so definitely no harm in grabbing those either. Now let's clear out a little bit of the flowers here. And I know this is not hydrated, so don't worry. I'm aware. Okay, so that's... Once we have a bucket, we'll move some water over here and fix that. But yeah, right now it's... I don't know. Now I want to take a look around, you know? Fix up our health bar here. I want to get up high. We're going to sacrifice a little bit of our axe durability to do this. But yeah, I just want to like get up in the sky a little bit and see what's what. So we're gonna pillar up, see what we can see. How far did this forest go? Is there anything bordering it that's worth checking out? Any resources that we desperately need that we have missed or just haven't seen yet? All that. We're gonna do the whole stack. Obviously we know there's the ravine there. We'll make some torches so we can kind of tackle that. Okay. Oh, it's an island. I love islands. Something over there. That's non-natural. Or is that the top of a brown mushroom? Because that's a dark forest. That's a mushroom. Got it. Okay, so the birch wood, it's intersected by a river here. Yeah, there's... It goes on for a little bit that way. Beaches. Lots of water around, obviously. Being on an island. I can't even explain it. I don't know. I just love island playthroughs, so the fact that we spawned on an island, that's so perfect. It'd be cool if there was a village nearby, but I do not see one. We'll have to do a little exploring to get to that, obviously. There's our honeybee doing its thing. Like there's another ravine on the far side. But yeah, dark forest over there, so that's super cool. If we want dark oak wood and mushroom variants, those are all over there. I see some sugar cane right here. Obviously access to the ocean resources, kelp and what have you. It looks like there might be some underwater thing over here. Maybe like a sunken some and beachfront. Okay. Go back down. Like I said, that's gonna kill my axe, but this at least gives us a little bit of idea what we have to work with here. Yeah, I was kind of expecting a biome search, but I think we're gonna be staying right here for a little bit. It's all birch forest right here, so we've only got the one tree variant. Birch is what I typically tend to use anyway, so that's good. Like I said at the beginning, we got access to a little bit of lava. Great for some of our like mob farms and such. Getting dark. Looks like we stayed up too long. Alright. Take it off. Okay. Do a little bit of organizing. Flowers can go in there. Saplings can... For now, extra wheat seed can go in there. Alright, let's cut down some more trees. We're going to do some prep, make some torches, so we can safely go down into the ravine. Let's get the stuff that's close to the lava. And if you hear that in the background, that is my wife taking care of our dog. She's a pit bull chihuahua mix, so super duper cute, lots of energy, and we love her to death. She's basically our daughter. Then, like, we have the stair cave down there that we can explore once we have some torches going. Be good to get rid of these trees in the area, though. So anything that comes up out of it's not going to have a place to hide. Alright, so the intention for my first project, basically, at the center of this island, middle of the wood, I want to build a tower that's for wheat. And we will upgrade it as we go so that it is fully automated with the villager farmers. And all that fun stuff. You know the drill for all of that. Here's the other thing. If you don't break them yourself, sometimes stuff gets stuck on top of leaves because, like, some of the leaves on top decay before some on the bottom. And then occasionally they'll time out before they'll actually drop on the ground. And so you will lose drops from that. So that's why I like to break them. Just so I don't end up missing anything. It's not strictly speaking necessary. But that's some of the rationale for it. And obviously, if you guys have any Minecraft questions, definitely always feel free to ask in the comments or, like, I don't know, any of the social medias, wherever you guys prefer to reach out to me. I'm always happy to answer. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. Probably a lot more than I need to. Alright, the rest of this we're doing by hand. And then we'll go make our torches. We're going to leave that so I can break a lot of this. Yeah, so that's one cool thing with birch trees. Not for the naturally generated ones, but for the ones that you grow yourself. Unless they changed it, because this is older information. But typically, they won't grow so high that you can't reach them from jumping on the one log stump. The actual wood pieces, the leaves might. And that was a good example. And then obviously some of the natural generation, like biome generation trees, are like really tall. And that's just part of the biome generation, but the saplings, as far as I know, unless you do some like dirt pillar with torches on it, trickery, just won't naturally grow this high. Okay, so let's get in here. Need torches, so we need about 16 of these. And there's plenty of wood in there to take care of that. And if we have 60 of those, obviously we'll need some more sticks. Alright, so we're not going to watch wood cook. Put that together later. Boat? Put together a boat. And see if we can't get some of the bounty. I think maybe there's other places I can grab this from. Anyone remember when boats would absolutely shatter when you gently tapped them against the ground? Type I remember in the chat or the comments if you guys remember those days. I don't need much. Alright, I do want to make a fully automated kelp farm. That's definitely in the plans. Oh, sorry. And now we've got the resources. Do that. I don't want to go too far. Where's the sun at? Okay, it's setting soon. It's around the corner and then we'll head back. Okay, not much. Just little cove. This is the nice thing about being on the water here, is you can go exploring pretty quickly and with minimal effort. Look at that. That goes way down there. Let's store that. We go plant these real quick. +1. So we have it. Just in case the worst should happen, it gets blown up by a creeper or something. Not trying to start drama, but it doesn't matter if you do this on sand or grass or dirt or mud. It all grows the same. That's a myth that's been out there for a long time. Same growth speeds. It doesn't really matter. For farming, mud's actually really convenient because it's not a full block. So you can use hoppers and hopper minecarts to... Well, you can always use a hopper minecart to pull through even if it's a full block. But you can use a hopper directly under a mud block. You grab anything that falls on the mud block, not a full block, so the hopper will still reach it. So just a fun tip, and sugarcane does grow on it. I think bamboo also does grow on it. So, yeah, mud is awesome. Easy to make. You have a glass bottle, infinite source, or a water source block, and a piece of dirt. You can make yourself mud by just pouring the water on the dirt. Super duper simple. Gotta love it. Alright, what's our plan for tomorrow? I'm thinking cave. That's why we made these. I think that's the play. We need more cobblestone, obviously. We need some iron. At least get a shield. That would be amazing. I don't love breaking the ores, but early on, you have to. You kind of have to. I mean, you don't have to. You could play absolutely pure, but purest. No non-renewable blocks destroyed, but I think there's enough in the world that will be okay if I destroy a couple. so I can get a bucket and a shield. That's what I would like. I need 4 iron for that, so that's all I'm trying to do. Oh, right, we have spears now too, don't we? I forgot about spears. Cool. That might be something to play with later, but we'll go with the trusty old sword for now. And I need to make a new axe, but I don't have enough stone to do it. Put these away. Right. Go ahead and sleep. Alright. Ravine time. Zombie over there. Oh, jeez. Oh. Did that scare anybody else? Oh, man. That got me so hard. So very hard. Okay. I'm alright. Alright. I need to make sure that I can get back up. Waterfall is kind of my ideal approach to this, I think. Oh, there's some iron right there. Beautiful. Not even gonna have to go that deep for our goals here. You know what? Cobblestone anyway. Okay, now I know a lot of people do torches on the walls. I don't typically do that. I put them on the floor. That doesn't help you get out. You get lost. I don't know, I just like it better. I'm usually pretty good at finding my way back out if I need to. I guess that light is from lava? Or maybe glow lichen. Could use some glow lichen. I don't want to get greedy here. Alright, that's new for us. Okay, good. That'll be lit up. There is coal here. I'm just leaving that alone. I don't really need it. We may come back for it at a later time. I'm trying not to grab anything I don't actually need, again, because of trying to preserve finite resources. Okay, that's an interesting bit of formation there. Obviously, there's two there. We don't want to stay in here too long. I want to know what those light sources are. And there's Creeper. And there's Creeper there. Well, this just became a lot more dangerous. Alright. I'm aware there should be one coming up behind me. Yep, glow lichen. I don't have a way to get at it right now. If I can find an extra iron, make some spears, and then I could grab some. Oh man, this goes. Alright, so obviously trying to practice the whole like don't ever dig straight down thing. Obvious reasons. Oh, this literally goes down into the deep slate layers. Man. This is... Okay. If I can get up there and hit that with some bone meal, I can get glowberries. Did not expect to find that down here, but I'm happy I did. And it's just one. Wow. That's awesome. Oh, it just needs some moss, right? He has a shovel, an iron shovel. Didn't drop it for me, but that's okay. Okay, so I'd like to acquire bone meal. I can get at the glowberry shears. I'm gonna check the other direction too, obviously. But not today. But don't want to get greedy. Very good spot. We're gonna smelt our iron. Okay, that's not growing yet, but it's close. Okay, I need this. 15 iron. Not bad. Not a bad haul. Get some dirt there. Diorite we can store. Get some extra cobblestone so we can make an axe. Flash we can store. And now we need... Do we have any extra half slimes? we need a composter. So composter. So we're going to get our early bone meal. Listen, we'll keep it in here. A little weird that pointed into it, but it's fine. Let's grab this. Our hardware, believe it or not, bucket. Cheers. Field. Those are the things we needed from our outing, and we got it. So now, shield on, bucket in hand, and store the shears until we need them, because that's precious cargo. So, now, if there's any monsters, block them, and prevent some of the damage. That's great for skellies also, because, you know, arrows and whatnot. But first things first, water. So obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's fix that. We're gonna go here. Put water. That's gonna hydrate all of this. That's gonna grow faster, which is good. Then we're gonna expand this out a little. Okay. And that's in that footprint. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab some more dirt so we can finish expanding this wheat farm here. Alright, not too bad at all. That's always good. Grab this. Stone over here. That's holding back the water, so we'll actually let that be. One more dirt. That's not too bad. Up from here. Hey, Enderman floating about. Okay, so all of this is getting hydrated. That's wonderful. And that's growth sugarcane. So we can do this a little bit. Alright, so really we just need more seeds. Let's go grab some. I don't know if those ever yield seeds or if it's only the grass. That's like a new kind of grass that I'm not familiar with. So let's see here. would you look at that? We're about an hour in. And we've gotten some stuff accomplished. Not mad about where we're at in the game so far. Definitely helps that we didn't have to like explore forever to find the biome that we were looking for. I'm gonna leave. Okay, there's a little bit of a drop here. Randomly. Makes me think maybe something's buried here? Something to look into. Little. But yeah, basically just trying to get enough seeds to get that wheat farm really going. We don't have to worry about sustainable food anymore. It's a lot of effort to kill a bunch of salmon. A little bit of risk because you could get drowned spawning. I did not mean to that fly. Another cave down here. Eat these ones that just sort of like are a crack in the ground. Be next to impossible to get back up out of it. So I saw that cow towards the first day. I haven't really seen any since then. That's another sheep. Another brown sheep too, actually. There's the one that we didn't kill around the other side of the island. Kind of where we started. Once we get some sheep or some wheat, we can actually lure these guys over to where we're at. Get them fenced in, which will be good too. I have yet to have one of those give me seeds. So, I don't know. I don't know if those yield seeds or not. This is actually kind of a cool way of exploring. I'm just hunting some grass, trying to get seeds. But it gives you a chance to sort of roam the island. See if there's anything of interest. Yeah, there's definitely a structure out there. Right here. Kind of see it at the top of the screen. I don't know if that's the top of an ocean monument or it's just like a ruin of some sort. I'm gonna get a better read on it. I'm thinking it's just a ruin of some sort. Up pretty high though. Yeah, it looks like it's getting a little dark. And it's raining. Of course it is. Alright, we've got 23 more seeds. That should help us along. Alright, corners should be lit up. This should not only clear night, but also rain. If it's daytime, you can also clear thunderstorms by sleeping, even during the day. But if it's just regular rain like that, it's got to be nighttime in order to do the sleep. But it does still clear the rain, which is great. Okay, we officially have our first fully grown wheat. Let's harvest and replant. Now we can also think about maybe an animal pen. Bring it off to this side here. And lure over some cows and some sheep if we can find them. Alright, let's see how that works. I know that you can shift click, I'm just, I don't want to turn it all into planks, just enough to have a full stack. So that's why we're not doing that. I'll hold that in reserve for later. We can plant these. This is in reserve for later. And put this way. Okay. Now this extra fence thing, I would prefer a fence gate. I'll put this away. I think a fence gate. Alright, so we've got your classic pen. Poor animals, so we have our wheat so we can lure them. That way we're ready for it, and grab some dirt. Dirt is going to be used to just allow the animals to jump over this edge of the fence, rather than try to maneuver them through the gate. I have to be careful bringing them through the, that's the water here. Try not to destroy the flowers, we'll keep the rest of them. That, I guess. And let's go plant our seed. if I recall, there was a brown sheep left over here and a cow. Yep. So we're going to try and grab both of them. Hey, sheep. Come on. This way. Grab the chicken. Grab the chicken too. Another reason to want to have seeds. Inventory. Lure chickens around. If we can get one. Got an egg. So that's a chicken in potentia. There's some seeds. Come on. And we're just doing a mixed animal pen right now. Nothing fancy. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Keyboard is sticking to me. Alright, so we've got one sheep, one cow, one chicken. I would love to get a second chicken, or a second cow. There's a pig too, but I can't lure him with anything I currently have. So we'll leave him be for now. Looks like there's another ravine. This one's a little smaller, seems like. Hey, cow. Perfect. Couple of them. Oops. Alright. Whole herd of pigs over here. Alright, so we're gonna have 4 cows to start with. We're not gonna do a ton of breeding with them, because the wheat is just not coming in fast enough for that. Okay, perfect. And let's throw the egg. If we get another chicken. We did! First try! No way. Okay, that's beautiful. So we're just gonna wait for that chicken to grow up and we can breed the chickens with seeds. Oh, that's hilarious. I did not expect that to work at all. Okay, so 2 chickens, 4 cows. Where's the sun at? Yeah, it looks like the sun's about ready to set. We do have another fully grown wheat. I had Silk Touch, I would grab that nest so fast. But yeah, do not have Silk Touch. For the moment. That's a later project for sure. Yeah, we're doing solid. I mean, Need one more sheep, so that's sustainable. Something we can do right now. Beautiful. And so now these are going to replace dirt as my scaffolding block because they are infinitely renewable. So is dirt, actually, but it did not used to be, so I got in the habit of using wool instead. But for now, these will be for other things. How much time do we have left? None. Basically none. Okay. I think we're... Nope. Not officially nighttime yet. How is it not nighttime? Like, the sun is literally setting. And it's raining. Gotta love that. There we go. Nighttime, officially. Alright, let's go get the other sheep. And on the way over, I'm just gonna grab more seeds. Or try to. There's some. Or what up there? Part of the generation, maybe? There's my sheep. It's one of them. What I really want is the brown one. I know there are more out here, but I'm not sure where they got off to, so that's okay. Alright, so once we have these guys secure, we'll be done on the animal collection front. We can try to compost some stuff. We'll probably use the saplings we've been collecting. I literally just need one bone meal, then I can get the what's it called? The glowberry. And we can also grab the glow lichen that's down there. Yeah, come on. Here you go. Got another egg. That's enough. I can also compost some of these flowers, I think. Alright, slowly but surely, we're getting there. 5 wheat, nice. Food. So now, let's go get our flowers and see if we can compost those. We have a lot. Oh, we can. Awesome. So right now I'm literally just holding down right click with the stack in my hand. And it just does. It just goes. Alright. Into the ravine. I don't like that. Nope. Might be committed now. Alright, we made it up. Go ahead and eat. We have full durability, full saturation, I mean, proper healing. Could be a little less dangerous, but we got torches through a lot of the cave system. Honestly, don't need it, so we're gonna wait. I'm getting all the iron. I don't know why this one little bit of this spawned, but it did. I don't have enough of that to scaffold up. Builders. Beautiful. And we'll get ourselves some glow lichen. Yeah. I knew there was some down here somewhere. Right. So we're getting some of the basic building blocks we're gonna need for our base. Gonna power up to that. So all of this stuff is going to help us with like lighting and giving our projects a eco feel. Going to be huge. I don't really want to risk the little bit we've managed to acquire here, so let's go ahead and take it home. There's glow squids down there. So if we want glow squid ink, there's also a zombie down there. So, gotta be careful. No matter what. Billy down there too. I think I'll like a bow before we try to take any of that on. That would be good. That we're gonna need some string. 6 I can get. String is the challenge. All right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna give it storage. Blueberries go like it. Acquired. Computers put away. Actually, grab some more brown wool. Thinking about it. Alright, so we started the stream like 3:15-ish. About 2 hours in. I think I might go another hour yet. So now we start doing some of our longer term stuff. We wanted to build our tower roughly like center of this island. So let's do a little bit of scouting. We've gathered some resources that we're going to need for it, which is awesome. Yeah, let's take a look here. Dive in, see what we're looking at for base. Yeah, we got this. What I'm guessing is the highest point on the island. Minus trees. And that might be a good place to start. These crazy ravines. Here. Epic Twitch, glow squid. Can't tell. I was kind of hoping to look down here and see either moss or dripstone. Either would be awesome. Doesn't look like we're gonna get that lucky though. Definitely lava down there. Skeleton. This is weird generation. Okay. Not seeing much there. Yeah, that's just strange. Strange way to generate. It's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get in there. Crawl, I guess. I could get a trapdoor, like, win. Basically. Alright, but no free moss or any of that. Okay. Actually, we'll turn around. Okay, so that's back towards base. Here's some more white sheep. They decided they need white wool versus brown. Our beachfront. It's jumping off into the water. Do a little jogging along the beach here. Is that a turtle? Yeah, we got turtles on our beach. Or a turtle, at least. A Mr. Turtle. Underwater ravine? It looks like one. Okay, so this thing is basically an island unto itself. Here. Alright, and then this is back on the main island. Trying to get a feel for our space here. Gotta know our canvas before we start painting, right? Okay, thumb's still pretty high. I did not mean to hit the tree. I'm glad that we still made that. Alright, technically this is not our island anymore, but come over here anyway. Hey, there's our other dog. We assume she is some sort of hound, because she likes to howl. But we are not positive what all she is mixed with. She was a rescue, like our other dog. We love her. And she likes to bark. So hopefully not too much. Okay, so if we look in the top right hand of the screen, that's our dark forest, and it's set up on top of a big hill. Big hill. That's intimidating. But it'd be a good place to snag some mushrooms. We got ourselves a red one now, so that's positive. Haven't seen any brown yet, though. So still on the lookout for those. obviously the Dark Forest is going to have tons. So that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's throw our egg. See if we get lucky. No chicken this time. But we got another egg. That should be not time either. They're both grown up though. Once this is fully planted, we can start breeding them with the seeds. And we already have a system supporting another system, which is awesome. Gotta love that. Alright, almost there. We're getting there. And our sugar cane. Little. Yep, no go on the gravel. Move the boat over here. Alright. Going to collect our sugar. Oh, mushroom. 13 wheat. Not too shabby. And I'm thinking, well, we gather some more wood. I think that's the plan. We're gonna need a lot of wood for our project. We're gonna need some clear space. We're also going to get some more brown wood. Yeah, like that. Go relatively early, it is fun. Alright. Bigger wood. Go up again. And we're looking for what is the center of the island, roughly. So we know where to start building. I should cut off these two trees. They're still a little close to the lava. That's probably good. Alright, so obviously lots of room to expand in that direction, not a ton in this direction. So, thinking over on this hill, almost perfectly diagonal. Good place to kind of start. Maybe up here. Not exactly centered. That would be a cool place to start. Long run every morning though. I guess we could always move the bed over there. Bring stuff over as we need it. Alright, let's check out that site as a potential spot. Just gonna need some stone. We don't have a ton of it yet. Okay. Do a bit of mining. I don't know that we'll do it in caves necessarily, though. We'll probably set up like a branch mine. It tends to be a little bit safer, and the way that they've changed the ore generation, I think your chances of discovering ores are actually a little bit higher now with the branch mining than it is with caving. Might not always feel that way, of course, because of the C2. Hey, lilies in the valley. Nice. Now the ability to just kind of see the ores sticking out and go grab them without having to move a bunch of material out of the way first. Okay, so this would get filled in. Little terraforming would need to happen. So like, this is the potential spot for the first tower. Or a little bit more to the side. I think this is too close to the edge. Definitely heard a zombie. Don't see anything though. Oh, there's another nest over here. That's good. Get eyes on it. There she lives. And she's full of honey. I think this one might be just a tad too close to the side. I think that first one I marked out is still our best option. I think that's what we're gonna do. First things first, we're gonna cut down these trees on this upper part of ground. Because we just definitely need the materials here. Alright, we'll let that dissipate. So, alright, let's clear all the grass, flowers from this area. Just from this upper part. Okay, next let's clear some of the stuff that's right up against it. Put it over there. Look at this guy, big. Nice tall tree. obviously we want to make a bunch of these towers. Each one kind of focusing on a different resource. Oh, and kind of filtering its way down to sort of a trading situation at the bottom. So this is obviously just the first one. And there will be more, a lot more. They don't necessarily have to be in any particular order or arrangement. Ideally, we'll put stuff that feeds into other stuff closer together. Maybe even make some like highway walking situations between them. So like as the game changes and expands and grows, we're obviously going to add powers for new resources, and they might not necessarily be in the perfect places. But that's why it's cool. It's going to be a nice organic arrangement that'll be unique to our world, our situation, what we're trying to do. Playing with some different designs, so just bear with me through that process. So you want it to feel right, and we're going to make sure it does. But it's an iterative process. Ooh, it's hard to say. So it may take a couple tries to get exactly what we're hoping for. We'll analyze things each time we finish and see what we can improve, what went well. We'll kind of go from there. Alright, I think that has got us at a good stopping point for today. It's a little bit of a shorter stream, just 2 hour, 15-minute. But we did what we needed to do. We found a place to start building. We got set up with basic resources, food, even captured some animals. We got glowberries and glowlichen, which is a huge score. I would love to get moss. I'm not sure how we're going to do that. Maybe some ocean exploring next time. We'll find a place with moss, maybe a mangrove swamp or some kind of lush cave situation. But yeah, we'll get it all figured out. Get the stuff we need. So we'll go from there. But for right now, I think we're calling it. So thank you all for watching. It has been amazing streaming again, and I can't wait to do it again, looking at potentially Tuesday night. So I will update the schedule once all of that is official, and we'll see you all then. Till next time. I almost said fly safe. That's from EVE Online. Build well. Adios.